Yes, people, welcome back to another video again on Thai Sports. Make sure you do smash the like, make sure you do subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, because we are talking about Chelsea doing sensational business. Like, Yao Pedro was good, Liam Delap was good, you can see the potential, you can see the talent. But I think on top of Yao Pedro, on top of Liam Delap, on top of Estavio potentially as well, I think this signing could be the best out of the lot. Jorell Hato from Ajax will be joining Chelsea Football Club, signing a contract until 2032, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. And I'm telling you now, Chelsea are getting a serious talent. Chelsea are getting a real player. There was talks about him linked with Chelsea last week, and I've done a video, if anyone saw it, about how incredible his talent is and what he's going to bring to Chelsea. And now I can really talk about it because the deal's been done. It looks like it's signed, 37 million plus add-ons. And in today's market, for one of the best up-and-coming European defenders, that is effectively a steal, because we're seeing defenders go for far more than that. We're seeing fullbacks go for more than that. And you're looking at Chelsea getting a player that's not only 19 years of age, but is 19 with experience, is 19 with versatility, is 19 with technical quality. Jerrel Hato is going to the very top. And you know what? When you look at it, Chelsea were linked, Arsenal were linked, Liverpool were linked. So we're talking three proper Premier League clubs that we're looking at this young Dutch international, because they can see the potential. They can see that he's on the way up. They can see he's only going to get better. And with the game becoming such a tactical sort of game with that philosophy and, you know, inverted, being able to play left centre back, being able to play left back, Jerrel Hato suits this era to perfection. So Chelsea, it looks like you have got your man, and it is something to be excited about. 19-year-old Jerrel Hato, who's coming in, by the way, let me just add, at 19 years of age, coming in as Ajax captain. Now, that says a lot. The last captain to be that age for Ajax was Matthijs de Ligt, who then went to Bayern Munich, who then went to Juventus, who's now at Manchester United. And yeah, his career might have not worked out as he probably would have wanted in terms of, you know, the amount of game time he's had and nailing down regular starts. However, it showed the potential that Matthijs de Ligt was the captain when Man United won the Europa League against Ajax back in like 2018 or whatever it was, 2017, right? And then now you look at Jerrel Hato coming through the Ajax Academy, being captain last year. Yes, they bottled the league, but obviously that's not on him. But that will give him so much more experience, so much more know-how, so much more knowledge and resistance, because he's gone through something at such a young age at such a big club in the Netherlands. However, Chelsea, you have got your man. And I'm telling you now that this guy is going to be a top player. When you look at Jerrel Hato, if you've watched him, he's very dynamic. You know, he's quick. So I think in 1v1 duels, he's going to be hard to beat, especially across the ground when it comes to players trying to take him on. He's very good in terms of his recovery pace. So when you look at Jerrel Hato and, you know, balls coming over the top and playing as a left centre back, sort of in that back three, if he is isolated or his team are in trouble, he can get across and cover ground very quick. And I love that. I love an athletic, mobile defender that has got pace. I feel like it just gives you that sense of security. Look at Mickey van der Ven for Tottenham. We know that Mickey van der Ven might have some deficiencies in his game, but because that raw pace that he has, his own mistakes he can make up from, yes, but he helps the team out so much. He allows the team to go further forward. He is like the insurance policy. And Jorell Hato, yeah, he's not as quick as Van der Ven, but he is quick. And him and Colwill together, for example, is a very quick centre-back partnership, if I'm honest, because Colwill is quick, especially over long strides as well. And Jerrel Hato has got the acceleration. So when I look at him already, it's like, how does he fit into this Chelsea team? Well, he fits absolutely perfectly, because Chelsea ideally are looking to build up in a 3-2-4-1. And this is the closest thing I've got to it. If you look at the 3-2-4-1, you've got your three centre-backs. You've got Colwill as a centre-back. You've got Chalobah potentially as the right centre back, and then, you know, left centre back you've got Jerrel Hato or Cucurella, right? Let's just use that as an example. Two midfielders, you've got Caicedo Lavia or Caicedo James, because the right back can go inverted, which would be Caicedo or Reece James alongside Lavia. Then in the 2-10s you've got Enzo and Palmer, and then you've got your wingers and your striker, right? When you look at Jerrel Hato, that left centre back position suits him to perfection, because it's going to allow him to get forward and be a ball carrier and advance with the ball. But it's also going to need him to be quick, get out to wingers, recovery pace, helping the central centre back. He can do this role. And the reason it's the perfect role for Jorell Hato is because he's played left back for Ajax and he's played left centre back. This is the middle ground where you need a bit of intelligence for both. You need to have played a bit of left back and a bit of left centre back to master this role. That's what I personally believe. When I look at this, perfectly probably a position for Gavardiol for Man City. He's probably one that could play this position perfectly as a left centre back and playing as a left back and sort of doing a bit of both. And I also flip it to the right hand side for Arsenal. Who have Arsenal got that literally reminds me of Jorell Hato in terms of the way he's got that short burst of speed and the mobility? Jurrien Timber, who has come in and since his injury has been a top player for Arsenal. We could now say is actually the #1 right back at Arsenal Football Club because he's got a bit of everything: tenacity, strong, speed, technical on the ball, can play inverted. That's what literally Chelsea have signed in Jerrel Hato, a sort of mini Jurrien Timber that is very comfortable in centre back, but also on the sides. And I think this position here is going to give Cucurella and Hato the perfect quality depth for Chelsea. Because at the end of the day, right, when you look at Chelsea, they're going for the Premier League. No matter what people say, the Club World Cup is going to give them confidence. They're going to try and go for that. You then look at the Champions League. They're going to try and go for that. Because why wouldn't they with the squad they're building? You've got FA Cup and Carabao Cup. So the truth is with Chelsea is that they're going to have a lot of games. So Jerrel Hato, Cucurella is game time. They're both going to get game time. And there's nothing for them to even worry about because injuries happen. You need competition. You want to rotate. You can help each other. Cucurella is more experienced than Hato. You want 2 strong players in each position. That's what the top clubs do. I know football's changed a little bit, but you want 2 elite players or 2 good players in that position. And Hato and Cucurella are 2 top players in that position. Cucurella is getting better and better for Chelsea now since he's got his mental health back and he's recovering and he's starting to get his form. Yeah. So big up to him. But then when you look at Hato, the potential, the youth of him, he's definitely on the way up. He's definitely on the come up. 100%. And this is a deal that I see working for Chelsea, especially for the long run, for the next 7 years. Like I said, they've got him then. He's 19 now. That takes him up to 26. And he'll only perhaps be in his prime then. So when I look at Jorell Hato and what he's going to bring to Chelsea, he's going to be brilliant. 100%. He's going to be absolutely brilliant. And this just sums it up, really. You know, you look at Jorell Hato and his heat map. Well, there you go. Exactly the positions that Chelsea want him in. That left centre-back, being able to advance to the ball as well, that area. 2023, 2024 is on the right, by the way. Look, more defensive, not as confident on the ball. Right? But look at last season. More advanced, getting forward, breaking lines and getting into the final third of the pitch. And that's where you see Cucurella a lot last season. Breaking forward, getting into that final third, getting crosses in. You know, getting on the end of crosses as well. I'm not saying Hato is going to get as forward as Cucurella. Cucurella definitely gets more forward than Hato. However, they're both very comfortable on the ball. They're very comfortable in them advanced areas. And Chelsea need that, especially when you're playing a back 3 or even a back 4. Either way, left back, left centre back, Hato can work. He can play as the left back, comfortable on the ball. We can see it here. Left centre back, very good at coming out with the ball, ball carrying ability, dribbling out. So this is a very good signing for Chelsea. I don't think there's many other left centre backs / left backs that I'd pick in the world that are available over Jorell Hato. I think this is a very smart signing. I think Chelsea are doing business really intelligently. They're building a squad for now, but also building a squad for the future. And I'm excited to see how he plays because the potential is there for everyone to see. Now, it's how does he adapt it into the Premier League? Does he slot in perfectly or does he need a bit of time? Whether he needs a bit of time or not, Chelsea have got the players to give him a bit of time. But I think, you know, him being 19 years of age, wanting the move to the Premier League, showing that guts and, you know, desire to come, that's what you want in a player. So Chelsea, you have your man, Jorell Hato. This is what he's going to bring to Chelsea. I think you've got a top talent. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Bless up, and I'll see you on the other side.